good friends, okay? Very good friends, okay? There's a lot of similarities between us, a lot of similarities, okay? He took down the Gabbar Singh of Bihar. I took down the Gabbar Singh of the White House, Kamala Harris, okay? And a very happy Diwali to you, sir. Happy Diwali to you.
Unlike Donald Trump, I married only once.
All right. Okay, now that I think we've warmed the audience up a bit, I think we can start now. And oh my God, I don't even know where to begin. There's so much that I want to talk about. You know, just reading about your story is absolutely fascinating. It's almost like a Bollywood movie, and it was obviously made into one. And you know, I just want to try and. Not many people have accomplished what you have. It takes a lifetime to do that. But I want to start and try and make it as relatable as possible. And I want to take you back, sir, to your days at IIT, okay, when you spoke about failure. You spoke about failure, and I think all of us have gone through that at some point. You spoke about your confidence was low, things were not going your way.
His exact words, quote unquote, was, I was very depressed. I felt like I was the unluckiest person in the world. Friends would not call me, I was quiet, I was strange. So what really I can't fathom is that how did he go on from becoming this to the top cop of Bihar?
See, like so many people in this country, I was a good student. And India does not have any dearth of brilliant students. So when I went to IIT, I realized that I was just one of the so many brilliant students. And rather there were geniuses around me. And I developed a complex when I met those geniuses. And secondly, I realized that I was not fit for this. I had no interest in engineering. Being good in physics and maths is one thing, and having an interest in engineering is another thing. And thirdly, and the most difficult thing was that I was very badly ragged in IIT. Very badly ragged in IIT. Ragging was very common during those days, and unfortunately just after we were ragged, ragging was banned in IIT. So I could never try the same ragging methods on my juniors, but when I became an IPS officer, I certainly put to good use a lot of things which I learned during my ragging in IIT. So I used to vent out my frustration, my anger on the criminals by ragging them in the same manner. And in IIT, as I told you, I was a misfit for IIT, so I became depressed. I stopped going to the classes. I failed in my maths. I still remember I got an E grade, and IIT Delhi sent a letter to my father that your son's attendance is just around 0.3%, not even 3%, 0.3%. So luckily my father did not say anything to me, and I somehow managed to pass 4 years, and I enjoyed a lot. It's not that I was depressed otherwise, but I had good fun in IIT with my friends. And after 4 years, I was one of the few people who did not get any job in spite of being an IITian. I was never serious about getting a job. I always wanted to join the civil services. But I was one of the few unemployed IITians. And I came back home, and then this time I was determined that I would get through the UPSC. And I took the very same maths in which I had failed in IIT. I took the same maths, I did exceptionally well in maths, and a lot of things changed in IIT. During my ragging, I was a very shy, very reserved person, very scared of public. I could not speak in the presence of two unknown people, two strangers. And today, I love the crowd, I love the energy that I draw from people. So life that's the beauty of life. You can learn so much in life, you know, whenever you think that you're at the bottom of, you've hit the rock bottom, you can always rise. So when I was preparing just before the preparation of the UPSC, a friend of mine who owns a company called PolicyBazaar.com, Yashish Dayya, he was my senior at IIT Delhi. He came to meet me in Jaipur, and he asked me, Amit, kaisa chal raha hai? How are you doing? And like a typical despondent young man, I said, कि life में जो हम चाहते हैं वो क्या मिलता है? He said, नहीं, life में तो जो चाहते हैं वही तो मिलता है. He just said that one sentence, and it was like epiphany for me. And I really thought about that sentence the entire night, that he's very right. कि life में जो चाहते हैं वही तो मिलता है. इतने दिन से I was chasing failures. मैं बहुत ही loser की तरह अपना attitude बना लिया that I am not good for IIT. मैं पढ़ाई में अच्छा नहीं हूँ. My looks are very bad. I had a huge complex. I'm telling you, I told her yesterday. I had a huge complex. I could not speak to girls. lot of things were happening in my life, you know, and uske baad फिर I changed myself slowly, and it's a work in progress. But then I started loving myself, which is very important. You have to love yourself first of all. I developed a lot of confidence, and it has been a very beautiful journey with its own ups and downs. And I really think that if you do not have downs, you do not have lows, or the so-called failures, I would rather call them experiences. Then you can never imagine, enjoy the success